Hello and welcome to AWH Digital Literacy for All. My name is Dominica Dabi and I'm your host. The topic of our video today is Microsoft 365, what's new? But before we start, I would like to remind you, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. I'd like to also remind you to check out our shop. We have nice stuff there, from clothing to office supplies to cell phone accessories. I'm sure you'll find something there for yourself or for your loved one. You'll find the link of the shop in the description of this video. In this video today, I will show you how to create, edit, and share document spreadsheet presentation using the powerful features of Microsoft 365. Without further ado, I'm going to turn to my computer and start the presentation. In this video today, I'm going to talk to you about the new Microsoft 365 app on our desktop. I'm sure many of you are aware of Microsoft 365 subscription service. It's a service that allowed us to access Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and many other Office applications. And the good thing about these days is that all of it is hosted online, and all the work we create on our computers can be saved directly in OneDrive online. And sometime last year I made a video here talking to you again about Microsoft 365. That time I have used the Microsoft Edge browser, and we logged into office.com, and I went over all the applications there for you. In this video today, we're going to do the same thing, but we will do it from a new app that Microsoft has put on our desktop. So allow me to first open the app so that we can move on. Okay, so to access Microsoft 365 apps from our desktop, we can use the search bar on our task menu here by just clicking on it and then searching Microsoft 365. Okay, that's the app here, and as you notice here in parentheses is written Office. Actually, this app has been on computers for quite some time now, and back then it used to be called Office, but they have rebranded it with the name Microsoft 365. So basically it's just like a shortcut that allowed us to access the Microsoft 365 applications. So I'm going to open it. Okay, perfect. Now allow me to increase the screen size here. Alright, so this is the new Microsoft 365 application, accessible from our desktop. So as I was saying, we can access Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, OneNote, and many more. So in this video, I'm just gonna browse through those applications and show you how they work. So before we do that, allow me to talk to you again about the account. So in this video, we are using a free version of Microsoft 365, as you can see here, and you can also go on a paid version, but the free version is just fine if you are just starting. So what's the difference between the free and the paid version? The free version normally gives you 5 gig of storage on OneDrive, but it's possible that you get some bonuses. Like in my case here, I have a bonus, so that's what makes total here 55. So with that, you can create Word, Excel, PowerPoint, forms, quiz, list, even web pages through the suite service. So all of that is here, and you can access it free of charge if you choose to use the free bundle. But you can also move on to the paid version. Allow me to open my package here so that I can show you how you can also move to a paid version if you wish. So this is the current plan I'm on, and is the free version. So normally I will get 5 gig of storage on OneDrive, and in my case here I have a 50 gig bonus. So you don't need to use it, but if it's offered, you can take it. Like mine here is only valid till 2024, but after that I'll be pushed back to my free version here, like the 5 gig. So if you're already using the 5 gig and you feel like upgrading, then you can just click on upgrade here, and those are the offers. Okay, so this there is a Microsoft 365 family, Microsoft 365 personal, Microsoft 365 basic. Okay, so and for Microsoft 365 family, you can share with 5 other people, so including you, that make it 6, and you have in total 6 terabyte to use, and with 1 terabyte per person. And with a paid version, you can also download and install Word, Excel, PowerPoint on your computer, while the free version will only allow you to use it within your web browser, which is just fine if you are a starter. So those are the prices. And if you don't have a family, you can also go on Microsoft 365 personal, which will give you 1 TB total storage, so it's like 1000 gig storage. And you can also download and install Office applications like Word, PowerPoint on your computer. Okay, and there is also the basic plan here, which is on 100 gigabyte of total storage. Okay, all right, so those are the plans, but in this video we're not working with any of the paid plan. We're going to stick with the free one. Okay, so allow me to close this window and we go back to the Office app. So here's the Office app again, and if you want to start a document, you can just start with a plain document by just clicking on it here. For instance, if I go on I click on Word, what's going to happen is it's going to launch my Word browser and open Microsoft Word, the online version, which works just fine. So this is a Microsoft Word online version, and you can use it just like any other word processor you may have used in the past. So I can just go ahead and start typing, and I can edit my document any way I want. Okay, I can increase size, like font size. I can change font style. Okay. And if you are working and you want to print it, it's possible. You just go to File and then go to Print, and you just pick your printer. Okay, and you can put in PDF, or you can choose your printer and send to print. That's it. Okay, so I'm not showing you how to work with Microsoft Word. I'm just explaining to you that there is a Microsoft 365 application on our our desktop, and we can use it to access Microsoft apps from the web browser. Okay, another important thing here is that because everything is done online, there is a possibility to collaborate on the document. You don't need to download the file and then have to email it with attachment and things like that. You can just share the document with your co-workers. So to do that, let's say this is my work here, I can just go to share, and then there are 2 ways to share. I can either generate a link and then copy it and paste it and send it by WhatsApp or email or anything, or I can just invite the person to join me on the document. So I'll show you both ways here. So if I click on share, assuming I know the email address of the person, then I just type it like that. And then I just hit send, and the person will be invited to join me in this document. I'm not saying that we email him a copy of the document, but they will invite them, and we can be working together on the document. So I can make changes, they will see, they can also make changes, and I'll see. So you can invite as many people as you want. So once you type the names like that, then you just click send, and an invitation has been sent to the person to join me on this document. Okay, same way, if you don't know the person's email address, that's not a problem. So in that case, you go again to share, and then you can again click on the share button. And once the dialog box open, instead of typing the name or the email address here, you just go to copy link. And as you see here, there are a few ways to do that. So you can choose to give them the right to modify the document or not. So you just and if you were on a paid version, there is also possibility to set the date or the time limit on the document. Like you can share it with them for maybe a month, a week, depending on the project you are working. Okay, and you can also put a password and then communicate the password to the person with other means. So when they open the document, they will need to type the password in order to access it. Okay. All right, and if you are giving them the right to edit the document, like to work on it with you, then you keep it here on can edit. And if you don't want to give them the right to edit the document, then you can just click on the arrow here and go to can view. So with can view, it means the page will display on their computer just like a web page, but they will not be able to modify it. So once that is done, if you apply it, then you can copy the link, and then you can send that link to your colleague with any means you want, and they will also be able to work with you on the document. So I find this very interesting, and it's free to use. So if you are a student and you're looking for ways to collaborate or to type your CVs and whatnot, this is a solution. You can come here and start that. It's free on your computer. Okay, all right, another possibility here that I strongly encourage people to look into is the comment section. So as you are working on this document, assuming you have shared it with your friend, I mean, if you notice a mistake in the document, or if you have a question, you don't need to call the person and then tell them on this page there was this, there was that. All you need to do again is just to highlight like the thing you want to bring their attention onto. You just highlight it like that, and then you go to create a comment, and then you can just type in whichever comment you have, and then okay. So if you type your question like this and send it, this just acts like a chat box, okay, which is attached to your document. So the person will see the comment here, and they will also see where the comment is attached to, like what is the comment talking about, and then they can also make their modification. So you can use this like any other messaging app and communicate. So this is perfect. You don't have to be in the same room to work on a document. So you can be in different countries, like anywhere you want. And the important thing is that you have access to internet and you're working on your computer. So if you type anything, you can just invite your friend to join you, and then if there is comment, you use this section to do that. And once you finish your document and you don't want to have a bunch of comments on it, you can always go to the three dots here and then go to delete, and then that will remove the comments. So like this. All right, that's all. So this is just one thing. That's how you can access Word, Microsoft Word online using the Microsoft 365 app from your desktop. So I'm going to close my browser and go back to the Microsoft 365 application here. So we've worked with a plain document and in Word, and we can do the same thing with the presentation. So again, as you click on presentation, the computer already knows you're going to be using PowerPoint, so it's going to open PowerPoint again in a web browser. Okay, and you can do anything you want from it. So those are your slides here, And you can edit them as you want, and you can also use the designer option here to improve your work. All right, again, I'm not teaching you how to use a Microsoft Office today. I'm just telling you that there is this function here which you can come and try, so that you can access all your beloved applications online. Okay. So this first row here allow you to create blank document. However, you can also work with a template. So to access the template, you just go to see more button here. So over here you see all kind of template, whether it is a Word document template, an Excel document template, a PowerPoint presentation template. They are all here. One thing you pay attention to is that if you are using a free version, you will not have access to all the template. For instance, if you see a template with a diamond sign on it like this one, it means this is only for the paid version, so you cannot use it. But anything else without a diamond, it means you can access it and use it on your computer. Okay, so for example, if I take the personal monthly budget spreadsheet, this is an Excel document and here is a template. So let's say I wanted to make a budget for my company or for myself. This is not a problem. I can just pick this template, double click on it to open, and again will be launched in the web browser using Microsoft Excel online. Okay, so that is a budget document here, and from here you can customize it as you wish. Okay, you can make it as you want. Okay, and you can also edit the text. All right, and then from here you can also share it like I did with the Word example. You just go here and then invite your people or make the link and share it. Okay, and you can also download a copy. This is online, right? So assuming you are going somewhere where you will not have access to the internet, but you need to have a copy of this spreadsheet, no problem. You can go to file, and then from file you go to save as, and then you go to download a copy. So by clicking on download a copy should be downloaded on your computer, as you can see here. Okay, I don't have Excel installed on my computer, I only use it online, but if I did, I should be able to open it with Excel desktop version, you see. So even if you don't have a paid version of Microsoft 365, in which case you won't be able to use the desktop version, it's not a problem, because once it's been downloaded like this, you can use any open source solution like only Office, and it should open, and this is also compatible. So that's it. All right, so I'm going to close Excel, and we go back to Microsoft 365 desktop app here. Okay, so all those templates are here. Okay, no matter what you're doing, you can just come in and check. So those are the recommendation. If I go to under presentation now, I can pick any PowerPoint presentation here. Not all of them, because I'm using a free plan here, so I need to pay attention and only pick those available. So let's say I took this template. It's going to open in PowerPoint again, online version. Okay, so I have all my slides here, and I can add more, I can delete, and if I finish my presentation, I can also make a slideshow online. So you can start your slideshow online. So this is just an example. I'm not really doing much today. I'm just letting you know that those solutions are around, and you can just check them out. And if you have any question or you discover something, you can feel free to share it with others in the comment. All right, so I'm going to close PowerPoint and go back on Microsoft 365 desktop app. So those are the templates. So again, if it's a CV or a cover letter, they're all here. Calendar, okay, flyers, budget, education, almost anything you want to do, the solutions are here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the first row here. And I spoke to you earlier about Word and PowerPoint and Excel. So we're going to talk about forms. Microsoft Forms allows you to create forms online and gather information. So let's say you are having an event and you are inviting people. Okay, you don't need to send emails and then ask them to reply to the email to show you that they are coming. You can just make a form, a registration form, and then just send them the link like we did earlier in Word, and then they can just fill out the form and the response will be saved here and you can access it. Let's say I'm going to use this like as an example. Let's say I call it let's say I call my document here camping registration form. So that's just the title. Now I can go ahead and add questions. So the first one, I can maybe make it a test question and call this name, and then make another one. This one I can maybe use date picker, and then I can say date of birth, and then maybe make another question, and this time I can maybe use multiple choices, and then go 6. I'll list my options. Okay, and then maybe I can make a last question, and that one I'll also make a test, but I'll make it a long test, and then I can just say comment. Okay, so I just created a registration form, and this can be available online. Generate a link and send it to people and they'll fill it. So let me go to preview so that you can see how it looks like. So this is my camping registration form, and anyone can fill it out and submit it. So I'm just quickly going to go ahead and fill it out so that you can see how the results are collected. So here maybe I just go done, and date of birth, well, I can pretty much pick any date really, so I'm just going to use this, and then 6, and then I just go thanks for comment. So once that is done like this, then I'll go submit. Okay, this is a confirmation message that my form has been submitted. So if I go to go back to the design place and go under answer or response, you will see that it shows that there's been one answer, and this is the information. So will be listed here like a database. So you see those are the 4 questions I have there, like the name, you see, and then the date of birth and the sex. So all this information is nicely packaged here, and you can look at it like this, or you can also open it in Excel. So if you go here, you can just go to open in Excel, and it will be downloaded again on like an Excel file, and it will be on your desktop, and you can open it from there. Okay, all right, so this is how you can use a Microsoft Form on your desktop through the Microsoft 365 desktop app. Let me close this quickly. Okay, all right, so all these possibilities are here. I'm not really saying anything new. I'm just reminding you that from your computer you have this kind of resources, so you can just access them and see what they can do for you. Okay, the last thing I'm going to touch before we go will be OneDrive. So this one, let me click on it to open it. So again, it's open in the web browser like the other apps. So consider OneDrive as your memory card or your computer hard drive. But the thing is, it's not physically available on your computer, but rather is available online. So everything you are doing on your Microsoft 365 account is being saved in your OneDrive, and you can use this to access it. Okay, so those are the documents I was working on earlier. So they are all saved here, and I can access them and I can edit them as I wish. So this is like the last presentation I opened. So I can also open it from OneDrive. Allow me to open it like that. Okay, so you remember I had this open earlier in from PowerPoint. Now I have opened it through OneDrive. Okay, and then I can also rename it. That's something I forgot to do earlier. So if I go to rename it here, I can give it a name. So let's say I'm going to call it DOMS presentation. Okay, so as you see here, location is asking me where to save it. So by default, it will save it on OneDrive. So, okay, so that's what I was explaining earlier. Like OneDrive is like your hard drive where you save stuff on, but it's not physically available on your computer, but rather is online. So I can leave it this by default, or if I had a specific folder in my OneDrive that I wanted to go in, I can also go here and browse till I get to the folder. So if I hit enter on my keyboard here, you see that the name of my document will be changed. Okay, so I'm going to close PowerPoint, and then we're going to go back to OneDrive, and we're going to look for a presentation called DOMS presentation, and you will see what I mean. So I'm going to close PowerPoint. All right, now I had this open earlier, so I can refresh my screen and see if the changes I've made will be reflected in my OneDrive. Okay, that's the document here, you see. So this is, you look at this like your computer, but it's like your virtual computer. You can use it to do things online, and you can save them there, and you can access it from through any computer. And if you are working from your own computer, then you don't need to open the browser. You can just access them by going to the Microsoft 365 app. Okay, so that's pretty much what this application thing does for us on our computers. It allows you to access all the Microsoft 365 apps online. Okay, so folks, that's it. All these applications are here, whether you're looking for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneDrive. You can totally access them through the Microsoft 365 apps on your desktop. Okay, so you know, if you are using a Windows computer, whether it's Windows 10 or Windows 11, it comes with it, so you can just look for it on through your search bar here, and you'll find it. If by some cases it's not available on your computer, you can also open the Microsoft Store and install it from there. And again, you know, I'm in this video, I'm using the free version. Okay, so everything I'm doing it through the browser. But if you had a paid version, then you see that your storage and OneDrive will be much bigger than what is showing here, and you can also install the apps. Okay, so let's say if I paid, then I can just go to install, you see, and then I go to premium, and then I can install all the apps. Okay, we are at the end of our video today, and I hope the way I was able to show you how to use the new Microsoft 365 app on our desktop, you found that useful. If that's the case, please share this video with your colleagues, and if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll miss any of our upcoming video. And once again, don't forget to check out our shops. We have nice stuff there, so anything you need, from clothing to office supplies to cell phone accessories, please go and see if you can find something for yourself or for your loved one. Once again, I say thank you and see you next time.